Okay, hi guys. Today I'm going to show you how to make festival grounds. It's pretty easy, but you have to pay attention because if you make a mistake you can stop things up. So first you need to choose either an empty lot or a pre-existing one. Go ahead and make sure it's set as a festival ground, okay, in the community lots. Open up your cheat bar and write testing cheats enabled true and then press enter. And then go on in. Now I've already done a little bit of stuff here, but basically what you need is this object here. It's called Seasonal Lot Maker, and what you do is you type in by debug, and what that does, it makes this question mark appear and you can unlock all these hidden objects within your game. So just scroll down until you find there's a few different things that look exactly like this. Seasonal Lot Maker. Make sure you get the right one because as you can see there's heaps of different objects that look just the same. So once you get it, place it anywhere, and what you want to do is hold down Control and Shift and click on it, and then don't worry about any of these things here, just say set season and choose common. Now if you see in there's common, construction, and then you have your 4 seasons. Common mode will basically be objects that you place down on your lot that you want to be on your lot permanently. They'll never disappear. They'll never, change with each season. They're basically always going to be there. Now, if you look at my lot, I placed down a toilet block, a grill, a barbecue-like thing, a vending machine, and a picnic table. I want those items to be in my festival grounds at all times. I never want them to disappear. So anything you want to be in your festival grounds always, permanently, you need to place them down in common mode. So they could be fences, they could be trees, they could be outdoor lights, any landscaping you want to do, all that kind of thing. You need to do that in common mode. Okay, then once you've finished that, you need to go and click construction. Now, all these things here have gone kind of transparent. That's just so you don't accidentally build on top of them. You need to see these at all times because they're always going to be showing up on your lot, so you don't want to accidentally go putting things on top of them. Okay, construction mode, basically they're the items you want to show up on your lot when there's no active festival. At the end of each season, the festival will leave town for a day. So like at the end of winter, there'll be no winter festival. It'll pack up and leave. And then your park or your community lot will just look like a normal park. There'll be no festival until the next day when, spring comes along and the spring festival is spawned. Your park will just look normal. So what you're placing in this mode is anything you want to show up then. Because you still want your lot to be functional even when there's not a festival. So you can go ahead and add anything you like. I'm just going to add, some random things just to give you an idea. I'm not trying to make it look good in any way, shape or form. So we want this to be just a little park that the kids can go to, in between. So there we go. That's what our lot is going to look like when there's no festival. So remember, common mode is objects that will constantly be appearing on your lot, which are these things here that are sort of transparent. Okay? And things you build in common in construction mode are things you just want to show up in your game when there's no active festival. Now if you accidentally pick up one of these objects, see how it's not invisible anymore? It's kind of opaque. That means you've accidentally taken it out of common mode and you've placed it in the mode you're in at the moment. We're in construction mode at the moment. So that means that this is going to show up now in our construction mode. If you go back to common, you'll see it's disappeared. There's no way to undo that. What you basically have to do is delete it. So let's go back to construction mode. We need to delete it. Go back to common and you have to place it again. So if you accidentally grab something out of your common mode, you have to delete it and replace it. So now what we want to do is we want to set our season. So let's say winter. So everything's disappeared except for our common things. So you can place anything you like, guys. Keep in mind that there are some things that will always be classed as a common object. They're not objects that will ever disappear. So for example, walls or half walls, they'll always appear on your lot. So if you build a really big room here, no matter what season it is, the walls will always be there. So will the roof, so will the windows. They won't disappear. So whatever walls you place, you have to want them there at all times, because they'll never be able to like spawn and disappear. They'll just be there constantly. Other things that are classed as common objects that will always appear on your lot at all times are wall patterns, floor tiles and floor patterns, stairs, platforms, foundations, decks, fences, gates, railings, roof textures, trees, shrubs, flowers, terrain elevation, terrain paints, ponds and basements. So basically, if you build a really big foundation over here and you want like some arcade games there, but you don't want them there in winter, and you only want them there in summer, the arcade games will, disappear in winter, but your platform will still show up. Platforms are not going to disappear. They're common objects, okay? So you have to keep that in mind when you're building. Also, as I said, flowers and shrubs and all that kind of thing. But you can place spawners. They will disappear. So let's say in summer you want some beetle spawners, okay? But you don't want them there in winter. They'll disappear in winter, okay? They're not something that's called a common object that's going to appear constantly throughout every season. So you can do that with spawners. You can do spawners, any spawners. Any of these spawners will disappear and reappear with each season. So what we're going to do, where you're going to find a lot of your objects is in this miscellaneous part here. And you can filter these if you like. We're going to choose seasons. And here are your seasons objects, okay? So you have your food stands, okay? Now, something to note with the food stands is this. You can basically place any food stand in any season. So this hot dog one here, which is the summer one, I can place that in every single festival. I can place it in the winter one, in the fall one, and it will serve the correct food, okay? This is basically, all these four objects are exactly the same. They'll always change the food they serve. It's just the way they look that's different. So I can pop this winter food stand in my summer festival and it will still serve the correct summer food. And then when fall is spawned, it will serve the fall food. So that's one thing to keep in mind. So you can choose any concession stand you like for any season, but that's not the case with the photo booth, okay? You need to choose the correct one because you want the correct background on your photos. So when you take a summer photo, you want the summer background to be on your photos. So this is our summer festival, so you have to choose the summer photo booth, okay? We're going to delete that. Chuck these things anywhere, who cares? You've got all the objects that you're used to seeing. You've got your kissing booth there, haunted house. You've got your spring dance floor. Make sure you place a speaker or a stereo next to that so you can actually use it. And then the other objects that you might want to use are probably found within entertainment. So they can be anything. You can place down anything you like. And we're going to filter through here and go to seasons. And this will show us everything that came with seasons so we don't miss out on placing anything. Maybe we want to put that down. You want to put this down somewhere. I mean, this looks really bad because, as I said, I'm not taking my time with this. Okay, and then maybe you want one of these. So that's exactly what our lot is going to look like in summer. If we press Control Shift and we click and we say set season to fall, all that will disappear. Then we can go ahead and decorate it for fall. Keep doing that for every season until you're happy with how everything looks. Then once you've finished, you can set the names. So let's just say I want, common name is basically just the general name of your lot. So let's just say Festival Grounds, okay? and I wouldn't do anything on construction. Winter, so you can name your winter festival like the Polar Bear Festival. Okay, so these names will change with each season. Now before you go out and save, you want to click this, lock common objects in place. Okay, when you click that, you can go out and you can save your game, and then you'll have a fully functional festival. Okay, just before I go, I want to make sure you guys understand that you can place those seasonal lot changes anywhere. They can be in residential houses, and they can also be in any community lot. It doesn't need to be a festival ground. It can be any lot whatsoever. If you want your lot to change with each season, you can add that. So I can go ahead and add this right now. I'm going to scroll down and find it. Okay, I think I went past it. Oh my god, already. Is it here? Yep. Okay, so I'm going to place it here. Now, as you notice, everything here has gone invisible because everything that's already on your lot will be classed as a common object. So let's just say set season to winter. No, let's say fall. Let's just say in fall, you know, I want my house to look really different. You can't go placing trees and flowers and everything down, as I said before, because they'll always show up. So make sure the things you place are not common objects. So let's just say I'm going to go ahead and filter through here and choose seasons in here. So let's just say in fall, I want this guy to be here. Okay, but I don't want him there in any other season, so I'm going to go ahead and click summer. So in summer I might want something different. I'm going to choose, is that what, oh, I don't want seasons, I want generations. Okay, let's just say in summer I want to place down a water slide. Okay, because I don't want that water slide there in every season, because I don't want my Sims using it in cold weather. And then let's just say winter. Now we're going to go back here and filter through and choose seasons. I don't know which area it's going to be found in. I think, is it this one? I'm looking for mistletoe. Yep, mistletoe. So in maybe in you know, winter, I want my mistletoe to show up automatically. So basically what this does is it allows me, you know, to set up my house for each season, and it will just always show up that way automatically with each season. I don't have to keep going in and taking my pumpkins, you know, in and out in fall, and then, you know, I have to change it again in winter to put, you know, decorative things for winter there, and then I don't have to go again and change it. Like, it will just automatically spawn by itself. So it's a good idea, but you have to be careful, because let's just say now I'm in common mode. Let's just say that I decide to, we're going to common. Let's just say I decide to put a garden. So I'm going to put flowers everywhere. Okay. Set season, summer. Now, you know, as you can see, these objects have intersected each other. You have to remember where you've put your seasonal objects, because if you go putting common objects in the way, they're going to spawn on top of each other. So just be careful of that, okay? I'm just going to go ahead and delete this now because I don't want it. Yes, I'm sure. We'll merge all items. Okay, cool. So we can go ahead and delete all this now. So you can do that with any lot, a residential lot or a normal community lot. The normal community lot doesn't need to be set as a festival ground. Remember, it can be set as anything. You can also do this with, you know, outdoor stages. Like if you have showtime and you have like an outdoor theater where your Sims perform, you can put seasonal lot changes there. Obviously the stage will never disappear, it will always be there, but that's the whole point of having an outdoor theater. As well, the only thing I can say before we leave is make sure you turn that cheat off. That testing cheats enabled true. Make sure you write testing cheats enabled false. I wouldn't, recommend you playing with that cheat on. And just have fun with it. It's a really cool, it's not really hard. You just saw me do it then. It's really, really easy. If you do decide to give it a try, it'd be cool if you made a video and put a video response up just so we can check it out and see how you went. I was having trouble with the spawners though. I was told by one of the sim gurus on the Sims 3 website that spawners will disappear and reappear with each season. So if I put spiders in my fall festival, they'll disappear in the other seasons. So far that hasn't been true. At the start I told you that they will disappear. The spawners will disappear, but then now I've just gone and checked and I found out that that's not the case because if you zoom out, if you zoom out here, this is my festival. This is my summer festival, and I actually placed these wildflower spawners in spring, and for some reason they're still showing up in summer, and they're not supposed to, so I would be wary of that. Let me know if you have that same problem. The Sim Guru said that won't happen, but it did. Anyway, there will be a link in the description linking you to the tutorial that I followed to make my festival grounds. So go and check that out, read through it because that's really in-depth and everything like that. Just one more thing. When you're editing, seasons in your house or on a normal community lot that's not a festival ground, you'll never need to use construction mode because remember I said construction mode is just items you place down to be used when there's no active festival. There's no festival at your house or at any other non-festival ground, so you don't ever need to build in that mode when you're not building on a festival ground. That's the only other thing I can think of to say. So thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful, and if it was, let me know. If it wasn't, let me know. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I'll see you next time, guys. Happy simming!